Father Jenkins, Provost Burrish, Dean Carlson, distinguished faculty, staff, family, and friends, and especially you, the members of the graduating class of 2017. This is a really special day, isn't it? I mean, it's so special. A day to celebrate, and let me add my congratulations to you. Congratulations to each of you. You know, as I read about your amazing achievements and considered your outstanding education, I really wondered what I might contribute here today to help equip you for your future endeavors. So I'm going to share some insights that I've learned over my many years, and it's been with the help and guidance of my mentors. Let me start with just two of my mentors. There have been many, and what I have learned from them. And then I will share several other key items that have changed my life and been the keys to success and happiness. So my first mentor, the one I think of the most, is my wife, Peggy. I met her in my freshman year of college. Besides being the best thing that ever happened to me, she has always been an invaluable barometer on everything I do. You know, that has convinced me that each of us needs a confidant, a friend, a family member, an associate that will tell us when we are moving too fast or too slow or in the wrong direction, and who really cares enough about us to be honest about the things that they feel we need to know. Another example of one of my mentors was a gentleman by the name of Bill Weiss. In the 1980s and 1990s, I had the privilege to work with and for Bill Weiss. He was the chairman of our company. He promoted me. He lectured me. He shared triumph and anguish and every emotion in between with me. But most of all, he provided me with the equivalent of a doctorate in effective leadership and what it is all about. He was a person who taught me to seek out other people's views, to find out how they felt about problems and solutions. He would encourage pushback and wanted input from the people he knew that would see the world through different lenses. He never got upset. He never got defensive, because he had learned the importance that this interaction would be the key to its solution, and people's involvement would be the key to that solution's implementation. I learned that that really made the path to success a team effort. The other part of that path was that once the leader took the input and made the decision, we were committed. There was no waffling, no turtling. We called it democratic input and dictatorial execution. You know, we all need coaches, and we all need to truly listen and learn from them. So here are three more insights I've learned over the years. First is that you need to have passion, that you do what you do because you truly love it. Passion creates energy. You know, the people I worked with would not let me drink coffee and would be really upset if I didn't run in the morning before I came to work. They said my energy level was just too high for them, and that if I didn't follow their advice, there would be a problem. I just couldn't get to the office quick enough in the morning. I love Mondays. I didn't like Fridays. And I would get there and couldn't wait to solve the issues. You know, it took me years to figure out that that energy level that was driving me was the fact that my job was not a job. It was more than that. It was not work. It was my life. So I advise you to pursue whatever it is that gives you that sense of true fulfillment. Of course, that doesn't mean there won't be times of frustration. Go in the other room, let it out, and come back out with a smile. Makes a difference. You know, if you have this passion, you also need to focus on what the goals are. You need a goal orientation. What do you want to achieve? What are the various avenues that will take you there? And then how will you measure success? How will you make it? What will the awards be? Will it be an award itself or a publication? Will it be the success of those you help? Only you can make that determination. You know, we see this passionate goal orientation. I see it in you today. I mean, the fact that you have studied so hard, committed time and effort, reaching today. You've made sacrifices and trade-offs, and that's what I'm talking about. And then some people have asked me about this. They've said, well, Dick, do you think there ought to be a 5-year plan? Should I have a 5-year plan? And for some people, that does make a lot of sense. But in the world of the professional, you need a 90-day plan taking you on that path. The world we live in is one of rapid change. I mean, technology especially is redefining itself constantly. So I think we need to have both a clear picture of what we want to achieve and the flexibility to adapt to the new realities. And that path we're talking about, whether it's a 5-year or a 90-day, will have many twists and turns and even setbacks. I mean, I experienced 2 demotions in my career, and it really did help me on what I wanted to be, on the travel. That was okay, because when I actually look back at those setbacks, they were just bumps along the road to the end game. Those demotions were great learning experiences for me, because the assignments that I was put into by Bill were areas I needed to learn and experience and to grow in. So let me give you the next lesson, and that is balance is not just a good idea, but it is truly essential to the success of every aspect of your future. You may have heard the saying that God gave us 24 hours, 8 hours to work, 8 hours to sleep, and 8 hours for our personal lives to keep them on track. And while the number of hours can vary for each of us, it's important not to neglect any of those 3 areas. Consistently abuse your body with lack of sleep or exercise, junk food or other harmful substances, and you will pay the price. Consistently work 12-hour days. You know, toil at it in something that you really don't enjoy and it makes you miserable, and watch your health and personal life disintegrate. Focus on personal activities to the exclusion of work and health, and miss the satisfaction of making a difference with a worthwhile contribution. Or neglect your personal life and wake up 20 years from now wondering, what is the point? I've seen people make these mistakes more times than I care to remember. So what I do know now is that balance is important, and only you can determine that balance, because we're all different. And I hope you'll diligently pursue it. And finally, my last piece of advice, possibly the most important one of all, and that is, as you reach for the definition of success, you conduct yourselves in ways that will pass the newspaper test. And I'm talking here about the critical matter of personal and professional integrity. The newspaper test is the simple conscious practice of looking at choices that you have in terms of the question, if I do this, and it were to appear on the front page of tomorrow's newspaper, or in today's world, some blog or YouTube, would I be okay with that? Social media has really changed all of that, hasn't it? There's usually, in social media, criticism, second guessing, but you need to always know inside of you that you've done the right thing for the right reason. I've always said it's okay to make a mistake if the motive was right. Learn from it and move on. This has been an important touchstone in every organization I've led. In fact, I doubt you could have found anyone at Qwest out in Denver who couldn't tell you exactly what that test was and the value of applying it. You know, there are too many people in business and in government, in sports, and in virtually every other facet of society can tell you, they can all say the same thing. Trust broken can seldom be regained, and personal integrity is far too valuable an asset to ever risk. Okay, and that's my short course on what I know now. All the things you know this day as you launch your future, the future you envision. So congratulations, graduates. Congratulations, parents, spouses, friends. And thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your celebration today. Thank you.